So we've been working in the round pen, and we've also been walking through water, been teaching him how to tie in between, trying to break up the round pen work. There are lots of hills and places to walk around. We've been walking together and seeing the sights since he hasn't been out too much, and he's doing really well. Here in the round pen, we're going to learn a little bit about the tarp. And his first look at it, he was pretty excited to see there was something in his round pen. He's very thoughtful about his people. I went up to the tarp and he will then approach it. He seems to be very trusting of the people around him, and this is really good for him to learn correctly and trust his person. He is walking up to me now, paying attention to me more when I'm in the round pen, knowing that I am his leader and this person of trust. I'm just going to send him around here a little bit and just revisit our round pen reasoning, face up to me. He gets it very quickly and understands what is needed of him and where he needs to be and what the answer is. Again, just having him go away and come back to me, and now the tarp. It is a windy day. I actually prefer to do this in the wind because then I am not as careful. I can't be as careful. I want it to be real for him, unpredictable, and I want him to trust me that it won't do anything to him, even though it may be unpredictable. He does face up, and I go towards him. And walk away just as quickly to let him know that it can come and it can go, just like I did in the first day of our round penning session. Revisit the whole round penning with the tarp in hand and let him know that the answer is still the same, that if he comes toward me, the pressure is released. As I back away, he is in control of it. So I'm just going to go towards him here and push the idea. When he halts, I will walk away. So he stopped his motion and I left because he took the right answer. And again, walk away. He put his nose out. He went to it. Good boy. Make sure that I go up to both sides of the horse. The horse has eyes on either side of his head, very obviously. But not so obvious is very good face up on his part. He doesn't want to run around. But not so obvious is the fact that the horse has a small corpus callosum. And what the corpus callosum does is tie both sides of the brain so that they function and cross the brain. In children that have an underdeveloped corpus callosum, if they are instructed to draw on a whiteboard, they will be handed something to draw with in their right hand, and they're instructed to draw a circle. They will draw half of the circle with their right hand, hand over the marker to their left hand, and draw the other side with their left side of their body with their left hand, not crossing the center line. Crossing center line is very important for all animals. We have a very large corpus callosum, but still we have to exercise right and left brain. Many of us has heard this over and over. And a young horse, and even ones that are just yearlings or babies, I'll be on one side of them, and then I'll cross over after I've done all the work on the left side. I'll cross over to the right, and they will actually put their head up and their eyes bug out, and they're like, "Where have you come from?" So I have to do right and left work. This video is edited, so right and left work won't be totally equal, but you will see me on both sides of the horse, and you will see the horse react differently on both sides. So I need them to react the same on each side, so that later on, when I am mounting, the horse is not surprised if I mount from the left or the right, or if I want to get my jacket off a fence, it's not surprised whether it's on the left or the right, and I don't have to do anything different on that horse. So here I'm just giving some time for him to take a look at the tarp, and without any influence of me, he's pretty curious of it, and he gets to check out what it is without me being involved. When I come back in the gate, he's already facing me, he's paying attention to me. Very different from our very first video. I'm going to be in another session, in the same session, without me holding the tarp, and I'm asking him to go towards it. I'm releasing pressure when he is toward it and when he is looking at it. He is a very brave horse here, and I just allow him to sniff it and go for it. And give him some time. Again, I'm going to push him off, ask him to go back towards it. Where is the out? And he immediately knows where the out is. It's in this way that I can start to teach them to go to certain objects. I can teach them to go to the mounting block, and later on they'll go to the mounting block and sidle over to it, looking for their out. So then I go back to it. He's had a chance to take a look at it, get to know it, and now I'm going to go ahead and push the idea that you need to be a little bit more brave now. Good boy. So I'm going to walk away. Let me put it on top of him, and I will move away. Release of pressure is just as important as getting the pressure on and negative influences. B.F. Skinner talks about negative reinforcements, and that's exactly what that is. It's removing the negative. It's a hard one. But he's still here. He's still with me. Still trying. Yeah, oh boy. Pretty Scary lady. So as far as I know, I don't believe this horse has ever been blanketed. So this is totally new to him. So this horse will be able to be blanketed out in the pasture, thrown on top of him, and no worries at all in the wind. If he starts to move away, you just kiss to him and he knows to stand, and he will stand. He's checking it out, looking around. Like I say, it is windy, so it's not very controlled. He and I have no control over that thing, but what we react to it. This video is about 16 minutes long, and I cut out about half of what I did. But I believe I got most of everything that I needed to do in the video. Having something over your head is pretty scary, especially when you're a horse. But if I'm riding and my coat comes over his head, or we go through a tree or something like that, he needs to be used to it. Under a tree. So again, that release is big. He gets to just be him. And when I go back, it's even easier than it was before. Very scary, but he's still there. The over the head, I have a horse that I work with him with, and I will get that later and be over his head, which is very important before I get on, to have something over the head besides me for the first time. So I'm not holding him. I have nothing on him. There's no halter, no lead. So now, that same horse that looked at the tarp as it was lifeless in the corner to the side of the round pen, he is now not even paying attention as I fold it up. So we've accomplished a lot. He's had it up and over the top of him and is trusting.